Another car home video. This is in the 2023 Kia Niro. In this video I'll give you a walk around this car. I'll show the exterior, the interior, a couple interesting features of the car and so on. Let's get straight into it. Towards the front, you can see you got these really nice LED headlights, as you can see. You can also see that they've got this sort of nice little blacked out finish inside the headlight there. And you can see also you got this really nice piano black trim inside the headlight there also, which also looks pretty nice. You can see they've done this sort of like split headlight design, which is kind of what they're doing with a lot of the new Kias and Hyundais. And well, normally this would be like a light bar, but in this case they've kind of mounted this is more for design, so I thought that's actually pretty interesting. Even if you look a little bit closely, you can see you've got this sort of hexagon sort of style shape in the front trim there, which I thought looked pretty nice. So if I go towards the lower portion, you can see you've got this sort of mixture of I'll switch to a wide angle lens, this sort of grey finish on the side, you can see where normally plastic cladding would be, but you can see they've got it all with the sides here. And the front kind of got this sort of like really shiny sort of chrome to it, I'd say. And you can see you've got that same style pattern like you got on the top of the grille here over here, which also looks pretty cool too, near the adaptive cruise control sensor. This one's actually a fully electric car, so you can see you've got your plug-in ports here. In terms of the charging speeds and all that, I'll leave that in the motion graphics. So you can see here, and you can see the meter. So you got all your ports. So you got the standard. You got ports that will do. One would be your standard ports for like if you're going to plug it into a socket from home, which will be slow, or you can use the fast charger, which will boost the output to charge it much faster. So that's why you got two ports, and sometimes because of different regions where you are. So just a wide angle lens again, you can have a look at that front end. See the side profile of the car too. You can see the fuel consumption of this car is 0, obviously, so it doesn't have that anymore. So you can see the range here is 460 kilometers of range, being pure electric. In terms of the power and all that, I'll leave that in the motion graphics. And you can see this is the engine consumption, and you can see this is how much CO2 emissions. You can also see you've got these really nice sharp angular side view mirrors. And I'll just step a little bit lower, you can get a better look at the wheels. So you can see that some more of that cladding on the side, that it's now this sort of silver finish, you can see. It's a dark grey finish. In terms of the tyres, you can see here they're Continental tyres, Continental Eco Contact Q tyres. In terms of tyre size, they are, I'm not too sure, actually wait, they are 70-inch tyre. And in terms of where they're made in, I'm not too sure, it doesn't really exactly say, but that's alright. So you can see it's a soft compound tyre, it's also pretty cool. And you can see you've got this sort of black style finish here, along with this sort of aluminium finish there too, which is cool. I've noticed also in the badging of the Kia you've got this sort of brushed aluminium badge. This is the new badge they got on the new Kias. They've kind of switched over, and I'll just show you a quick glimpse of the interior. And I'll give you a better look in just a moment. Sorry, just let this guy go for a test drive. So you can see also you've got the same sort of design language going on here. This whole panel is grey, is this grey finish. I'm not too sure if you go for silver finish, not grey. Kind of looks grey in some angles, and I'm not too sure if the colours will be changed. If you go for a grey one, it will change to black or something like that. I'm not too sure. So I'll just step to the rear. So you can see you got the tail lights are quite interesting. You can see you got this sort of it sort of blends into the shape of the car. And it's got this sort of 3D feel to it. You can see the actual tail light bulb there. You can see your spoiler there. And you can see the first Niro badging. So in this angle it looks silver actually, so must have said the colours wrong. And you can see you got additional lights towards the bottom portion along with this sort of aluminium style finish. Some piano black as well. Just have a look underneath the car. Got independent rear suspension, and you can see a little bit closer, you can see the battery there. See Hyundai Kia. So like kind of similar what they do with the cars, they put in the center opposed to being it underneath the rear seat. So they do a lot of cars. Show you the rear end. Niro. You can see I've got a rear backup camera there too, also quite nice. And this is power tailgate, so opens electronically. Got the key fob here. You got that cool feature too, so when you're stuck in the parking slot, let's say you're like that over there, you can actually inch the car forward and press this button, and it would slide the car forward and back in the slot, which I thought was actually quite interesting. So inside here you've got all this other stuff. I think it's a charger and stuff in there, I believe. So that's your charger and all that. See the actual charger port, all that's in there. These are your mats and stuff there too, which they've put there. I'm just going to push this aside. You can see you got some storage here. Lift this up. You can see you got all this other stuff, tire inflation kit, and all that sort of other sorts of stuff as well. Now I'll just open this up and I'll just show you seats, how they fold down, just here. Nice and flat, which is cool. You do have a bit of a ridge, looks like it, but what they've done is they've kind of raised the floor to go upwards, so it's not too bad. So I think it's alright. Yeah, sorry, why is this one not going down? I'm not too sure, but anyway, we'll just leave that. Alright, so that seat doesn't look like it wants to go down, so unless something stuck, but that's alright. So you can see the seats kind of fold flat, which is cool, and you've got this little cargo cover too. And you can close the power tailgate from the boot if I hold this down. Let's go on here. Oh, it probably doesn't like it when this door is open, so close that and I'll try again. There you go. There you go, it's better. And it soft closes. With the door open, doesn't look like it likes to close the door. That's interesting. That's alright. And we'll just open this up and you can have a better look at those seats, how they fold. Very cool. Sorry, silver, not grey. It looks silver on my camera, that's why, because sometimes it shows a bit darker colours. That's why. Here's the interior. It looks kind of similar to the EV6. I did a video on that earlier, so you can see it's a very similar looking steering wheel also. You normally have aluminium pedals, but you can see they got this plastic over it just to prevent it from getting dirty, because they're going to sell this car later. Excuse me. It's a little snug here with the door cards here. So here's the interior of the Niro. Look at these door handles here, very cool. Kind of like how it rises off here, it feels very premium, the feel of it. And you can see you got this sort of, the dashboard has this sort of textured finish here. Some piano black trim here, also quite nice, and this flush button. Some storage. Very cool. So we're going to turn it on. What I like about this car compared to Tesla's, you know, you actually have an actual on switch. So if I just turn this on, turns on the accessories, and then all that turns on and comes to life. It's pretty cool. So there you go. So switch to a wide angle lens. So here's the interior of the Niro. This is a full electric EV. So towards the front you can see you got your standard gauges, pretty standard looking stuff. Rev counter to the left, charge power, and all your sort of other sorts of stuff there. If I press this, you can see you can cycle through all your different settings and all that. Pretty cool. We'll just turn this off for now, and then shows how much you did and everything like that. So you can see towards the left, you can see you got your wiper controls left, and you got your headlight indicator controls to the right, and you can see the build quality. It feels pretty nice. You can also see you got this nice sort of leather wrap steering wheel. It's also pretty cool. And you can see you got this metal piping all the way around here, and some cross stitching here too. You can see you got your buttons here on the left, feel premium. You can see all your various other features as well. You know, you can steer it, if you drift off a lane, you can keep the car center. Your adaptive cruise control sensor, you can set the distance, and you can see this is a speed limit, your cruise control, and all your other buttons there too. You can see you got your power shifters here, which is cool. With the plus for more power consumption, less for less when you're like, you know, it's kind of supposed to be like up when you're changing up and down the gear, so that's kind of interesting. You can see all these buttons, additional buttons on the side here too, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. So I think we'll turn this back on and we can have a look at the Apple CarPlay Android Auto. So this runs on Android. You can kind of the giveaways, the graphics on the side, so it's cool. And you got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you got this big menu here which shows pretty much everything you need to know. And if I click navigation map, you can actually swipe through the controls. See, just your air conditioning controls if you want to switch, or over here for your map stuff. And you can see it's quite responsive and all. You can see your destinations and stuff like that. Click home. You got all these other ones, EV. I'll just turn the brightness down, and all your stuff, additional information. You can split the screen there. All that. See what we got. Climate for your air conditioning. You can adjust the temperature and stuff here, or you can do it from here. And I press this. Temps the highest temperature. Looks like it appears to be 27 degrees, and the lowest temperature appears to be 17. And I press sync, they both will be the same temperature. And you can see all this sort of other features as well. Or for the tunnel mode, this is cool. So I think it can change the circulation or something like that, and stuff like that. So pretty cool. Yeah, so it's all your air conditioning sort of stuff here. You can see you can change your fan speed here, change it here, heat, all that. Also climate, and you can see the build quality is pretty nice here. Let's see what other stuff for here. And if I go back to climate, I don't know how to turn it off. Oh yeah, you have an off button there, and it turns it off. You can see you got all these other store features too, quiet mode, all that, which I'm gonna have to have another video to explain all these other sort of features. And you can see the radio as well. I'll just quickly show you that. Radio, you can see the. So you can see the radio quality is pretty good and all that. Let's open this up because I don't want to overheat the camera. Yeah, so I'll just turn this off and then we can continue with the rest of the video. I have to do a separate video of that, and you can see you got this cool movie that plays. So in terms of other sorts of stuff, you can see you've got a 12-watt surge 120-watt power outlet, a USB Type A port, Type C port, and you can see you got QI wireless charging, so you can wirelessly charge your smartphone and stuff like that. Got heated seats, cooled seats as well, so you can cool down the seats as well, and you can see you got your cameras as well. Actually, let me just turn that back on. Cameras there. Maybe it won't let me when I turn this. And if I press this, rear view, top down, rear, sorry, top down, and you can get 360 and stuff like that, but I don't know, I think maybe in the cars actually, I don't know, so you can get like that. But anyway, so you can see you could drive selector being fully electric, you know, there's no transmission, so you can see you can actually just you spin everything with a little knob there. You can see you got some additional cup holders here. If I press this, they open up like that, like so. In terms of whether they can fit anything, see, you can fit your drink there nicely, over here nicely as well, which is cool and cool. Some storage here, and yeah, and it's actually pretty cool. So you can see the headrest looks also pretty nice too, how it sticks up, and you can see it's perforated, as I mentioned earlier, and it's cooled and heated, so it's pretty cool. And they got this sort of, it's actually vinyl. It's a vinyl style seat, and yeah, it's very, very unique how it looks. So you got a vanity mirror there, also nice. Kia Connect, the SOS, so in case of an emergency you can press that, and yeah, emergency services can come and assist you. Got your power sunroof. Opens nicely like that. And you can see you've got your additional lights and stuff like that. See the seats and the stitching here. See, even the window switches here feel very premium. Interesting stuff. I'll show you the rear seats. So the rear seats, obviously, because the battery is underneath, the floor becomes raised. So the real interesting challenge is whether you actually have some space. So I'll keep my feet here, and the floor is quite raised, and I can see that there's plenty of leg room and stuff, but my feet are a little bit more elevated, so it's a little bit snug keeping my feet underneath here, I'll be honest, but it's still manageable, so it's actually not too bad. You can see you've got some additional rear vents here, which is also nice. And while we're here, we'll just see how much storage you've got in the rear. So on the side door cards, you can see you got snug enough to put your, and you can see there's all hard plastics here, and this textured finish there. You can see over here as well. This one does have a center armrest. It's nice, and let's see if it fits the drink bottle. Fits here. Fits here. Cool. And you can see you've got some space for your feet, like so. And then we can go and check out the dashboard from the rear seat. Cool. The rear seats look the same also, you can see. Yeah. Let's go and take a look of the engine bay. So it's spring assisted, so should open up with very little ease. So there's not really much of an engine, why I say engine bay for. So you can see you've got this sort of plastic cover that's got a bit of storage there, you can see in here, and a little net, which is nice. Underneath here you can see you've got all your other stuff. This is just for the inverter and everything. What I do like, it's still like a regular car too, so you can still top up the coolant or change it or whatever, top up your wiper fluids there, and have still access for your battery can you change for the small electrics, opposed to being fully covered. So it's cool, and your brake fluid, so it makes it a little bit easy to do those little services. Yeah, very cool stuff. That's what we'll walk around of the all-new 2023 Kia Niro. It's an EV. This car is for sale at French Gully Hyundai and Kia. So I'll leave the details in the description below. Hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.